Welcome, Hot Wheels fans, to the global grand finale of the Hot Wheels Legends Tour 2024. I'm Jarod DeAnda, your host, and here we are today live from the legendary Peterson Automotive Museum, where automotive dreams come true. This museum is home to some of the most iconic vehicles in history, and tonight it will welcome a new legend. One custom car will be chosen to join the prestigious Hot Wheels Garage of Legends, forever immortalized as a 164th Hot Wheels diecast car. Over thousands of vehicles across 13 countries, whittled down to 23. And now, here are your top 10 finalists. But there can be only one Hot Wheels Legends 2024 winner. Let's do this thing. Here we are, Peterson Automotive Museum, absolutely legendary. We have some legends in the building. Brian, Hot Wheels designer, thank you so much for joining us, bro. Jay, thank you. I mean, what car did you drive here today?
I drove an SLR, an old Mercedes-Benz. And thanks for coming out of hibernation. I like that.
Thank you so much. I'm ready to eat. Gabe, AKA Fluffy, brother, Volkswagen legend. Do you have any jokes for us today?
No, but the vending machine's broke. Somebody needs to know.
Toni Breidinger, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You excited?
Yes, I'm hyped.
All right. Juca, coming from Mexico, thank you so much. Absolute legend.
Aquí andamos.
Craig, you are the Hot Wheels designer. What's your title now?
Senior Design Manager.
How stoked are you to be here?
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. I mean, it's so amazing to see everything that's come together here, and let's get ready for it.
Larry, you have your own Hot Wheels. How cool is it to have your own Hot Wheels?
It really is a rite of passage for the true car nerd.
Dalal, you are a Hot Wheels legend yourself. You hosted the TV show. Here you are.
Oh my gosh, third time in a row? I'm real excited.
Do you have your own Hot Wheels yet?
Wow, hit me where it hurts.
Charlie, look at that hairline, the shoes. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. Your arms are on fire right now, dude. I don't know if you know that. These guys and gals are creating cars that are going to be a Hot Wheels diecast. How cool is that?
It's really cool seeing the passion around the world and just all the builds that we've been seeing, so fantastic.
So let's take a look at who our winner today will be joining. In 2018, it was the 2 Jet Z, Luis Rodriguez. What a cool car. I mean, this thing is an absolute hot rod. 2019, the winner, the 57 Nash Metropolitan, Greg Salzillo, the dice, the breathers, the cutout fenders. This thing screams Hot Wheels. In 2020, we're talking about the 70 Pontiac Trans Am. See the motor set back, all the tube work, all the body work. This thing is absolutely a weapon. In 2021, we went across the pond. The winner was a 1969 Volvo P1800 Gasser. That's right, a Volvo Gasser, come on, absolutely delivered. And in 2022, we went to Teja, Texas. Craig Moe, the Texas to this K car. Everything's big in Texas, congratulations. And then in 2023, most recently, a 1990 Mazda MX-5 Roadster, aka a Miata. Chris Watson, congratulations. And guess what? I think Chris just received the diecast version of his car, and he's about to see it for the very first time. Let's take a look.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Oh man, that is insane. I can't get over how good it looks. Like, you caught all of the detail. This thing is full of overhangs and underhangs. That light bar looks incredible. Just seeing it, you know, next to the real car. You got the shark fin, you got the actual overall silhouette. It's so good. Like, I'm blown away, guys. This thing was insane.
Before we dive into the top 10 finalists, let's take a moment to appreciate the amazing cars that brought their best and were the winners in their respective countries, but didn't make it to the final cut. Each of these builds showcases incredible creativity and craftsmanship, and they deserve recognition for making it this far. Let's take a look. Atlanta, custom 1995 Nissan 240SX. Brazil, 1975 Chevrolet Chevette. Charlotte, 1970s AMC Postal Jeep. Chicago, smart car drag car. Columbia, 1999 Chevrolet Corsa. Detroit, 1985 Chevy Monte Carlo SS. Indy, steampunk theme 1938 Roadster. Mexico, Chevy Camaro 67 Sleeper. Miami, Karma Custom 1965 Volkswagen Karma Ghia. Philadelphia, Custom 1927 Model T Hot Rod. Poland, 1969 Mercedes W108 Blue Pig. Spain, Portugal, 67 Custom Volkswagen Bug. The Walmart pick, Mitsubishi K-Truck. Now, let's turn our attention to the ones that did make it. After months of fierce competition and a journey around the globe, these top 10 custom builds have earned their spot as finalists in the Hot Wheels Legends Tour. Chile, 1968 Ford La Libre. Dallas, the Time Fox, 1988 Ford Mustang GT. El Segundo, the 1934 Ford pickup. France, 1981 DeLorean. Germany, 1987 Porsche 944. Houston, 1957 BMW Isetta RV. Italy, 1976 Lancia Beta HPE Turbo. Phoenix, 1960 Chevy Apache. Dubai, 2016 Volkswagen Beetle. UK, 1983 Classic Mini Bentley. How exciting to think that one of these finalists will soon join the prestigious ranks of legendary cars, such as the iconic twin mill in the Garage of Legends. A special shout out to our Legends Tour partners, Mobil One, because 50 lucky winners received a limited edition black and gold Mobil One Hot Wheels twin mill car. Happy anniversary, and thank you to Mobil One for creating this golden, see what I did there? Golden opportunity, and for making this another legendary Legends Tour. For over 50 years, Hot Wheels has driven legendary automotive performance and design. We celebrate the world of automotive culture, the legendary visionaries, builders, fans, racers, and content creators, and all those who continue their ongoing drive to be legendary. Through a narrative content series focused on unique and diverse journeys and talents, we demonstrate to fans that Hot Wheels is more than a brand, it's a lifestyle, right? It's a collection, it's a celebration of automotive passion, embodying the spirit and love of cars that unites us all. We teamed up with our friends to tell their stories and what drives them to be legendary.
What makes Hot Wheels legendary? Authenticity,
speed,
creativity, passion,
vision,
Pushing boundaries.
I literally have some of my favorite cars in my hand.
Exactly. What really inspired me about the Hot Wheels as a kid is seeing those crazy big superchargers coming out of the hood.
Having my own Hot Wheels shows everybody that if I can do it, they can too.
Like the real deal, Hot Wheels are built with performance in mind.
And that's what makes them legendary.
There are 3 criteria that will determine who takes home the title of Hot Wheels Legends: authenticity, creativity, and a garage spirit. To tell you what that means, I'm going to pass it over to our incredible Hot Wheels designers who explain the key criteria they'll be looking for as we go through each vehicle. Authenticity. Brian, I'm going to put you on the spot. BB.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been to a car show and you see a car and you're like, oh man, that's a Hot Wheels, right? Like it just has that something special, a little bit unique, a little bit different. Something like the twin mill, like over there. You know, it's our first Hot Wheels original car from 1969. We have the 50th anniversary Mobil One black and gold livery on there. The thing looks sick this year.
So cool. And if you didn't get one of those, again, it was an awesome sweepstakes. Creativity. Craig.
We're looking for something new and unique, you know, where they've really put their ideas and they've really sort of got those out and then expressed that in car form. So it's something that really stands out, unique, and something different.
Cool. Garage Spirit. Charlie, what does that mean to you and your fellow designers and your fellow judges?
So with Garage Spirit, every car build has a story, right? We want to know exactly like how this car was built, what it took, and all the hours that they spent building this, because everyone has ideas and creativity. And they want to build these things, but we want to hear what it took.
So we've heard the criteria. We're ready. Authenticity, creativity, Garage Spirit. Let's get on and send it. Here we go. Coming from the UK, this Dominic hot rod here. This is a 1983 classic Mini, the Bentley, the Mini Bentley. 3 friends united by a love for retro vehicles. Originally intended as a track day car, it evolved into a tribute to the 1920s Bentley Speed 8. Beneath its rugged vintage exterior lies a 320 horsepower, 4-liter Rover V8 engine, paired with a 5-speed manual gearbox from a Range Rover. It's equipped with a gas coilover suspension, 4-pot calipers, and alloy seats, giving it both style and serious speed. Hitting 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds and running the quarter mile 11.2. This car isn't just for show. The friends plan to tour Europe, raising money for charity. Oh, so it's got that garage. It's got a Stingray, Jay. I'm excited about this car. I think it's really cool. What do you think?
This looks like the perfect Hot Wheels car. It's sensible, but it's ridiculous. You know, it's tiny, it's small, but it packs a real punch. It turns a real supercar time at 11.25 miles. And like a Bentley, you can drive it across continents. So yeah, I think it's perfect.
I knew you'd like this, Jay, because of, you know, the whole Bentley thing. And I love that they stuffed a V8 in this tiny little thing and kept it, you know, kept it in the British family.
Range Rover.
Yeah, I like that.
0 to 60 in 3 seconds. That's pretty impressive. I would drive it. I'd drive it. Looks a lot of fun. I love green. That's like my favorite color. So I'm gonna buy it
your
that.
color?
Yeah, and 8's my number too. That's like my favorite number. So this car is really speaking to me, and it's fast. So yeah, I give this a high score.
The garage spirit, the story behind it is fantastic. And then just the creativity.
Yeah.
And in fact, also the authenticity. So it hits every spot.
Dalal, you're a designer, you know, by trade. Look at this thing. Also, you like little cars. You like little cars.
A tiny, quirky car. So this is really up my alley. It just looks real uncomfortable to sit in. I don't know that I'd want to drive it, but this one's really incredible. I love something whimsical and fun, and this one's got all of that, and it's got power.
It looks like it came out of your pocket and then it grew into a real life size. So I love that about it. Like it just looks like a toy.
The perfect cartoon car. If you had a cartoon superhero you're trying to make for kids, that would be that's what he would drive.
It does tickle my fancy. I don't get to say that much, but I think with this car, it's very appropriate.
The bee's knees, you think so?
Something like that, yeah.
Tickle my fancy.
But I do love the creativity and just how they join so many cars in this one little vehicle. Also like that it's British green. I like that.
It is the perfect British muscle car. I love the fact that when I look at something like that, I think, okay, no structural integrity. But then they welded the doors. I also love the fact that the kill switch is just right on the hood. So you can just turn off the vehicle, right over the hood anytime.
So without further ado, write down your numbers. Write down your criteria, 1 through 10. Rising from the ashes, we go to Phoenix for our winner, Robert Zoller. This 60 Apache is a true one-of-a-kind, home-built masterpiece. This project started in a garage with nothing but creativity and love for unique, obscure cars. Built entirely by hand, the Apache has been transformed from a simple concept into something truly special. Oh, look at that little bed back there. This builder doesn't chase trophies or recognition. His goal, their goal, is to create something that brings joy, puts a smile on the face, and is inspiring. That short little bed, it's been shortened 10.5 inches on the front end and 26 inches on the shortened rear. The truck features a hand-formed interior and is powered by a 6-liter LS engine paired with a 4L60 transmission. The suspension, well, it's custom tubular front with air ride in the rear, makes it smooth like butter. So, cool looking car. This project, 6 years in the making.
I really like it. I was surprised they could fit an LS in there with the front end being so short. He got it done.
6 liters.
Yeah, he actually used a wheelbarrow bucket for the firewall there.
I think this is a triumph of engineering over creativity. I think it's very well done. I just feel like I've seen it before. When you go to these shows, you see a lot of slam trucks, and I think in any car show, that would probably win over 99% of the cars out there. It just needs a little more something.
A little punch,
a little more punch. But other than that, I think it's excellent.
Most competitions, it would definitely be at the top, but the color is very basic.
I personally like the color. I think like a brighter color would be a little bit too much. I don't know, I think it's a cute little truck. I like the pops of blue in the interior. I do feel like it needs like a little spice to it, but I don't know. I think it's cute.
Exactly, I agree with Toni. I think it is more of a cuter car, but is that really Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
We need a bit of that spice. I do like the license plate though, low fat.
Low fat.
It's pretty cool. I think being a little bit more drastic might help it, but otherwise as a build, it's fantastic.
It's a mini truck. It's a mini truck.
Yeah, this thing's cool. It gets high marks from me for garage spirit, definitely. I think one big perk here is also a lot of modded cars tend to ignore the interior, but they really paid attention to it, which is awesome. It looks very polished. But I have to agree, I feel like I've seen this before, especially living in California. Like in LA, I saw 12 of these on my way here. So creativity, I'm not so excited by it. I don't know that I would pick this off the shelf if I was looking at Hot Wheels.
This is something that I love, keeping these old vehicles on the road, making them modern and new again. But the appearance, it could use some sort of livery or some design.
Pinstriping on it maybe, or like a Lolo paint job, some flake.
That would help a lot.
Yeah. I love it. I would drive it all around. But yeah, the different in proportions to a regular Apache, it's not evident.
Let's see the scores. Write them in.
All right.
Write them in, 1 through 10. The 1981 DeLorean here, this thing, I mean, it's an iconic vehicle, but then throw some Hot Wheels flavor at it. This DeLorean was always a dream of Alexander, a French drifter. He realized his dream in 2018 when he purchased actually 2 DeLoreans in Pennsylvania and then imported them to France. After selling one of them to finance this build. He spent 3 years transforming the classic, iconic vehicle, you know the movie, right? I don't need to reference it, replacing nearly every part outside of the body and upholstery. Nearly every detail of this iconic car is customized, including the addition of a 500 horsepower Corvette engine. The hoverboard, the wheels, it's got the livery, it's got the arches. This screams Hot Wheels, man.
The team back at the studio loves this car. I don't love it as much. I don't see the wide body fenders as well. When I glance at it, it's like, oh, it's just a DeLorean with crazy graffiti graphics. I feel like it's almost doing a disservice to it because it's like you're not catching how much modification there was to the body.
Yeah. Toni, I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the graphics kind of make like the little details not as obvious. I feel like they kind of overpower them a little bit.
I like the DeLorean itself, but the modifications as far as like the visual, I'm not vibing it. It's too busy. Way too busy. I like what's under the hood. That's pretty awesome, and the fact that it can do that, because I know what a real DeLorean can do, and it can't do that.
Yeah, c'était voiture très intéressante.
Oh, jeez.
I'll say that. So great job. But I do feel like maybe like the wide body fenders, some of the touches that they did could have been exaggerated a little bit more, because I couldn't really tell initially when I first saw it. And then I saw, oh, it actually does have wide body fenders. So I think if it exaggerated that a bit, and maybe if the graphics could highlight some of that stuff, I think it would have really been a great, die-cast car.
I don't think I've ever seen a modified DeLorean, and this thing's, I think it's nice.
Yeah,
it's a subtle wide body, though.
It detracts from the whole car because I'm so, what's going on here? I can't focus on anything.
Yeah.
Not much for creativity.
Okay.
It doesn't seem that unusual or different. It's flared fenders, big motor.
It's already such an iconic car, and it's already, a car that's worthy of being a Hot Wheels. And then these modifications are too subtle.
I have to agree on that, because when a certain car has so much backstory, in order to create something way different, you have to move as far apart as you can from that story. Basically, the paint is the same, but with graffitis. Referencing something that's so obvious takes a lot of points off of creativity.
I think I might be too young to know what movie you guys are talking about.
What? I'm out of here.
But I think you guys are being kind of uptight. The graphics are cool. I
like this.
I like the graphics. I will say, I at first also didn't notice the subtle wide body additions to it, but maybe that's inviting you to come and look a little bit closer. I mean, even some of this livery from far away, you wouldn't really be able to see it, so I think it's cool.
All right.
And I've never seen one drift, that's all.
I just appreciate the mechanical aspect of this as a real drift car. I mean, the engine was changed from the back to the front, and it probably has 5-6 times more of the horsepower of the original DeLorean motor. I do think it was kind of slapped together in terms of the livery and the design. And while it's fine if a car was built not specifically to enter into this competition, I think it was one of those things where it's like, hey, let's get this DeLorean to drift, and then it happens to be pretty good to enter into this competition.
Without further ado, let's see the scores. 1 to 10 for the French representative that is the DeLorean. Thank you to our partner, Walmart, for hosting the Hot Wheels Legends Tour across the United States. When you go to Walmart, I know I'm guilty of it. I'm searching the pegs, finding which one. Do I want that one? Do I want that? Our kids. I mean, I'm a kid at heart. So again, thank you to Walmart for being a partner of the Hot Wheels Legends Tour. Toni and Juca, let's take a look at what drives you to be legendary.
I'm all about empowering girls and women to go further, faster, and louder. Hey, I'm Toni Breidinger, a pro racing driver. What drives me is pushing boundaries. When I was 9, I started karting with my sister, and at home, we kept competing with Hot Wheels. Now having my own Hot Wheels shows everybody that if I can do it, they can too. It's totally like the ones I collected. Its color pops, and look, it's got my name on it. I'm proud that this legendary brand continues to be part of my story.
What up, guys? I'm Juca, car customizer and enthusiast. What drives me? My vision. When I see a car I love, I'm like, I love it. But then I think, what if it had different wheels, different color, different interior? And that's why I just love custom builds. The Challenger, the Camaro, or the Mustang, they weren't just built to be fast cars. They were built to tell a story, but every story can be rewritten. Just like I have a vision when I'm building a car, Hot Wheels shows their vision through their diecasts. And that's what makes them legendary.
What a great story, Tony. Obviously, you're legendary behind the wheel and here in the flesh. But you know, what's the main kind of statement for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think having my own Hot Wheels is, I mean, the biggest dream come true for any kid. And just growing up racing go-karts and, you know, playing with them at the track with my sister before races, it's just like, I don't know, it's just a pretty cool, like, full circle moment for me. And I mean, I feel like I started from this just being a dream and somehow kind of made it happen. So I just always kind of tell people, like, don't be afraid to be the first you and, you know, break those barriers.
I love it. Well, thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Juca, what's your overall statement as far as your drive to be legendary?
I would say my vision. When I see something, especially a car, I'm like, okay, I like this, but I think I would have done it this way, or I would change this, I would add this, I would subtract this. That's, I think, what drives me.
My vision is I'm gonna bleach my hair. I think it looks great, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going for it. Introducing the Time Fox, a 1988 Ford Mustang GT. Love the livery, man. I mean, it's a nostalgic masterpiece with a modern twist. Built as a tribute to the 80s and 90s, this wide-body Fox body features a stunning teal and white two-tone finish, accented with custom hand-drawn purple and pink scribbles, bringing the retro vibes to life. What started as a project for his wife evolved into a passion-fueled build. The car sports a unique Barra engine and sourced from an Australian Ford Falcon, paired with a full custom powertrain, upgraded suspension. The Time Fox's exterior includes BMW M3 modified front bumpers, Mitsubishi Evo rear spoilers. This is creativity, wide body fenders, all designed by hand. Built in a 2-car garage. Inside, you'll find custom blue plaid bucket seats, energy steering wheel, even a retro Game Boy speedometer.
There's a lot of creativity here, and it's still a Mustang. I still recognize it for what it is, but I also recognize it as something different.
It's cute. He built it for his wife. I think that's sweet. And the retro vibe of it is really cool.
It looks like a father-son project. Yeah, I think it's really cool.
Out the gate, the word fun. You just see that car looks fun. Just the colors and the fact that it's built around the 80s. Those are the colors. This car does scream Hot Wheels.
Fun.
Yeah.
I love a car that has a name and like a personality and a theme to it. The wide body is so cool, but you know, I'm not sure how well that'll read in our scale in 1/64.
And he goes back into time, and then I can hear the retro wave music. And
Dude, are you producing a film right now?
I'm
clamoring.
screaming right now because the fact that this individual imported a Barra motor
I know.
from Australia, in terms of the story of the build, it's so good as a real life car, and I think it would look great as a Hot Wheel. The fact that it has like a paper cup livery,
Yep.
you know, from that era,
Yep.
it translates so well. I just can't believe it has a Barra, and it has a turbo that's bigger than my head.
I love how simple yet flashy it is. I think that would look pretty cool in a Hot Wheels. I would love the wide body to be more exaggerated, for it to be like not regular car proportions. But I love the fact that he integrated so many parts from different cars and they look so good. I would have never imagined an M3 E36 bumper to fit so good on a Fox body. I'm not a fan of the Fox body, but I love this one.
I love Fox bodies. The louvers,
Same.
that's of era.
Yeah, I love this one.
Louvers are rad.
This one's changing it up for me.
And what I love is that, you know, all these, the Evo spoiler and the BMW bumper, they all feel so, they're so integrated that it all feels like period correct to that Fox body, right?
Dalal, this is a 1980s Fox body Mustang. Again, I know you haven't seen all the 80s stuff.
Okay.
'cause it's so young.
Actually, of the Mustang lineup, the Fox bodies are my favorite because it's such a diversion from the rest of the family. They're like the black sheep of Mustangs. And when I was living in Detroit, I would see these quite often on the road. I think they're amazing. I'm also very partial to cars from the 80s. I drive a car from the 80s. So I really, really love this. And it's pretty crazy to have like so many different makes of car part come together in this way. Nothing looks slapped together here. This is amazing.
We're out of time. Let's write the scores here. Let's go to the UAE. We're specifically going to Dubai. Talk about exaggerated arches. The 2016 Volkswagen Beetle R-Line. This custom Beetle features an exclusive wide-body kit designed by the owner with an aerodynamic rear spoiler that enhances both the style and the performance. And the retrofitted headlights and taillights. They finely tuned Stage 2 engines, 400 horsepower thanks to the IS38 turbo upgrade. Inside, luxury meets performance with a full Alcantara upholstery, Recaro racing seats, neon, airlift, offering both comfort and control for the ultimate driving experience. I mean, it's a Volkswagen Beetle. It's iconic. Fluffy, right to you, man. You're a Volkswagen guy.
It's too modified for me. It's lost the Volkswagen essence. I see it's a fat Porsche. That's what that is right there, man. I mean, I'm all for a little modification here and there, but I can't even tell that that's what that is.
I see why you wouldn't like, because you are a purist. You like that perfect form, and I get that. But this, it seems smart to me.
Some of these images actually look like they're AI generated.
Yeah.
It's so
Yes.
wild.
Yeah.
Like it's so wild and so far it's
Man, you guys want like
Isn't that
you're
what you
going
want,
subtle,
though?
now you want exaggerated. Like, okay,
It's a fine line, you know. It's designed
it.
Well, I
very
think
fine line.
you know,
It's got too many other things distracting you, as the graffiti we saw before. It's
Yeah.
putting the right stuff in the right proportion. I think it's all about proportions.
I like it.
Solid car. I like it. But there's too many little things going on that I'd like to see a little cleaner execution. It's not as cohesive as I'd like.
It more looks like it has some angular Lamborghini parts, Lamborghini exhaust thing going on. Maybe it doesn't really fit with the round Beetle shape. I do see why it got this far. I think it's cool, but it's not really for me.
When you see such a bulbous car, you don't think of like a fast sports car, but then this body kit that it's custom, right? I think he made this himself.
think
Looks now like it belongs on a track.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, but yeah, I don't know. It's not doing it for me.
Tony, see you shaking your head. I know you're a racer. It does look fast. That front splitter is out there. Like you're gonna stub your toe on that thing.
Yeah, no, it looks fun to drive. I think it looks like it's from the future, and yeah, just from like a driver perspective, I've never really been like, oh, I want to drive little Beetle, but I would drive this. It looks really fun and very aerodynamic also. Like I feel like he did put like a lot of thought into like the build and everything.
The venting and all
Yeah.
that.
This car definitely does not look like it was easy to build. I'll give the creators credit on that.
Yep.
It looks like they took a lot of time. There was a lot of creativity that went into the aerodynamics of it. But overall, though, we're talking about building a Hot Wheels, not something that's that looks like you could actually put it on the track.
Go ahead. We've heard your kind of verdict. Before we move on to our next vehicle, we've got something extra special. Fluffy, oh my gosh. We're bringing in one of the most legendary names in comedy, car culture, Volkswagen collector, Chihuahua lover, Fluffy. I won't spoil it for you. I'll let them take over from here. Brian and Fluffy, take it away. Now here we are in the parking lot of the Peterson, and we got a hot rod of Fluffies here, man.
Yes, this is one of my my babies, if you will. I don't have a real baby at home, but this is as close as it. I cried, not the car. But yes, this is a 1966. I call this bus Iron Man because of the colors.
I love it.
We've got it immortalized as a Hot Wheels in 164th.
Yes!
Yes, in our Boulevard line.
This is a childhood dream come true. To own a Hot Wheels toy is one thing, but to own your own Hot Wheels toy is a whole nother.
It's got the wheels to match, got the Porsche. Dude, the plate, black and yellow, says Fluffy on there, baby.
Take a look at that.
Yes, that's right. And by the way, a lot of people think that the mold is a pre-existing one. No, this is a brand new, fresh mold, and it's a fresh ride, and I'm super excited that I get to have my very own Hot Wheels. Available at Walmart, you guys. And just so you know, if you go buy one of these, you bring one of these to my show, I'll bring it backstage and I'll autograph it for you.
Whoa.
So go on out there right now and get yourself the Fluffy bus, or try to get one of these Fluffy buses. But either way, thank you so much. This is too cool. And this was mine. Don't worry, I got a real one. You can have that one. I got
Can I at least keep the little one?
You can keep the little one. All right.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. This is mine now. Can you sign it for me, please? All right, appreciate it. Dude, how cool is that, dude? You got your own Hot Wheels.
Got my own Hot Wheels. That is too freaking cool. Yes, dreams do come true. These be available in the parking lot. I'll be out there.
Sounded like mixtapes out the back of your Volkswagen. Well, congratulations, Fluffy. Welcome to the Hot Wheels family. Yeah. Round of applause. How cool is that? Absolutely amazing. Larry, we've known each other a long time, and it's great to see where you're at and where you're going. So let's take a look at your video along with our friend, Sophia.
It's never about me, it's always about the cars. My name is Larry Chen. I'm proud to be a car culture and automotive photographer. What drives me is passion. It's intense and can be very demanding. Capturing the soul of a car is my reward. When Hot Wheels made my cars, they showed the same passion for car culture. Look how they perfectly recreated the livery. They even put my license plate on this. These are my photos on the packaging, never been done before. Hot Wheels is truly legendary and I'm honored to be their partner.
My dad used to call me the fastest baby in Europe because I fell asleep in the back of an M3 speeding around a racetrack. I'm Sophia Flörsch, I'm a pro racing driver and a future world champion. What drives me is speed. Race cars are built to perform. The engineering, tire composition, engine and aerodynamics. Hot Wheels captures it all, every single detail. These are some of the best German cars, from old-timers to modern race cars. The faster, the better. Like the real deal, Hot Wheels are built with performance in mind. They are legendary.
So Larry, again, you capture a lot of different souls out there, talking about the cars, the people. What drives you to be legendary?
Well, I got my new Hot Wheels
Hey. Look at that.
of my Toyota Supra camera car. So I use this as a tool to take pictures and video of cars at speed. It's just so inspirational to have something like this. I mean, not everybody can have a car like this, but the fact that you can go into any Walmart and pick this up for yourself, it's just like a little bit of essence of that car, a piece of that car. And it kind of gives you that same feeling as being with the real car. And it's just legendary.
You shot a lot of Jay's car, you shot Fluffy's car. I mean, you're an institution, man, and you've inspired a lot of people. Man, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, man. Meet the 1957 BMW Isetta RV, a one-of-a-kind creation born from a discarded body, panels, and sheer creativity. After last year's success with the Phoenix Isetta, earning Jay Leno's pick, we know this name, we know the cars, Mikey Brown. Their vision was to push the boundaries of what Hot Wheels could have created if they had their own conversion shop back in the late 60s. This 80-day build, done entirely by hand, showcases a mix of woodworking, coach building, upholstery, every piece from the fully handmade body and interior to the modified ATV driveline and HMV suspension. This builder hopes to show what they're truly made of and why the Isetta RV deserves to be immortalized as a Hot Wheels legend. What a unique car, the Isetta, a quirky car out of the gate.
This is creativity over engineering. I have no idea. It makes me laugh, it makes me smile. When you realize the Isetta was a one-cylinder with something like 9 horsepower.
Where's the engine in
or
this
13
thing, right?
horsepower. Like that front door, you see it opens from the front. You have one wheel in one wheel in the back. It seems like almost a perfect Hot Wheel to me.
Okay, all right, Brian.
It's just an incredible build, and Mikey is such a genius. Even just the way he engineered like the seat folding down into a bed is really creative.
Well, I see 2 exhaust pipes. What motor does he have?
It's a crate motor he got from Walmart.com. It's just like a tiny little like.
That's on brand.
He thought about every little detail, and he actually specifically bought parts from Walmart to tie into Legends.
There's nothing practical about this car. All I want to see is this car just get parked so you can look at it. It's a fun car. It screams Hot Wheels. Out of everything I've seen so far, this is the only car that spoke to me right out the gate.
I love the build, I love the creativity of it. I like that it's cute, but does it have enough of that Hot Wheels flair and spice, you know? So I'm like, does this have enough of it, or is it just more on the cuter side? You know?
Okay. Dalal?
I love this one, no notes. It's great, it's
Boom.
fun, it's quirky, it's adorable. You guys are calling it small, but that amount of space, that's still $3,000 a month in Los Angeles. Like, that's enough.
Good point.
I love it, it's super fun.
It's a winner for me. I think the cutest thing is that it has those 3 marker lights, you know, for big vehicles.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
It still has it on the top, like, hey, you got a big vehicle coming through.
Wide load.
This is something, for sure, my kids would look at it and like, hey, can we spend a night in it? You know, it's just a fun thing.
It's got Hot Wheels spirit, but I don't think it's quite there. I'm missing, you know, some engine detail, some kind of extreme version of the Isetta. It's just fun and silly, and that's fine, and that's great. But I think there's just a little bit missing.
Juca.
I love it. It's not gonna be reflected on my score though. I anticipate that. I love the concept, but I don't like how it's integrated. They just like slapped two wholly different things.
Like Craig said, it's silly.
Yeah, it's silly, it's fun. I'm sure kids would love it, but it's I don't know. Something is not doing it for me with this one.
Would this be fun to drive? And I don't really know.
Sketchy.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little unstable. It doesn't look like it has much speed to it. So it looks like a toy right now. So I think it would be cute in that sense, but it doesn't really have like that it factor.
Love Mikey's passion, love his story. Interestingly enough, he actually built a Hot Wheels of this, and then he went off of that. So instead of sketching, which is really cool and unique. I just want to let him know, love his passion. Just give him his flowers, as a kid said.
No, it's great stuff.
By the way, I did not know Walmart sold engines.
Yeah, either did I until you mentioned it.
Freaking Walmart, way to go.
You can get anything at Walmart, man. Let's go ahead and write down your scores. Chile, 1968 Ford La Libre. 500 horsepower, total of 600 horsepower at the crank, weighing just under 2,000 pounds. The CNC team fully restored it, enhancing the suspension, adding competition axles, rebuilding the brakes, custom pads. Under the hood is a Chevy 350 engine with high performance components like the cylinder heads, Holley carburetor. The car also sports a custom fiberglass body for maximum aerodynamics. Michelin racing tires, NRG carbon seat. In the cockpit, it's a blend of vintage style and modern performance, designed for pure speed. Its original chassis was heavily modified, with the rest being a custom tubular frame and roll cage.
It just screams Bonneville land speed car. It seems like something you'd see on the pages of Hot Rod magazine or even Road and Track. This looks like a real, serious, intelligent attempt to build a race car.
What's cool is there's a philanthropic piece to it that they're giving back to the community in Chile.
I like the story behind it, and it is cool that they're giving back. The car looks fast, which I feel like that's what I've been saying. I'm like, it looks fun to drive, fast, but I do feel like it's missing kind of like a fun aspect for, being a Hot Wheels. But I'm biased because I do feel like it would be a fun car to drive.
It's got crazy proportions, but the color scheme just makes it not noticeable.
Okay, so I disagree with you guys. I feel like, look at this thing. It's so crazy.
I'm with you on
this.
This
is insane. It has kind of like a Porsche 962 front end vibe. When I look at this, I think of it as a car that you can play on that orange track or to do loops and all that stuff. I feel like this is a car that you play with. You open it up from the package and you use it.
I actually do see it as a Hot Wheels, because racing is a big part of Hot Wheels as well, right? And like you said, orange track, I could see that thing flying down the orange track.
It was a Ford Falcon initially, which to me, that's really crazy.
That doesn't look like a Ford Falcon.
No,
not at all. This is an excellent build in my eyes.
It makes you want to do this. Which is
DJ?
Great. Exactly. No, just like,
DJ Juca. Thanks, brother.
It's crazy. I love it.
Dalal loves the square cars. That's not square at all. That's wind tunnel tested, I feel like.
I really do love it. I think it's also very elegant from a design perspective. When you look at it from the profile, it's got this one beautiful streamlined line to it, that one character line. I think it looks really great. I want to take this on the track, but I would also drive this to dinner.
That's right. Let's write it down. Going to Chile. Well, it's official. Wave the checkered flag, because Hot Wheels and Formula One are partnering to bring the sports fans a full range of Hot Wheels products. The new product line from the two iconic brands will feature F1 teams and bring the thrill of F1 races to 1/64th scale to deliver a brand new way for automotive enthusiasts to play and collect, allowing kids and adults to celebrate their passion for racing with Hot Wheels. The first product drop is a one-of-a-kind collector diecast and is available now on Mattel Creations. The limited edition Formula One car has a special Hot Wheels racing livery to celebrate the partnership, and includes bespoke Real Rider wheels with interchangeable tires, full metal body and chassis, and new F1 castings. The Hot Wheels F1 diecast also features the number 68 on the nose, giving a little fun nod to the year Hot Wheels debuted. Inspired by the Hot Wheels original 16 designs, the car will come in a collector's Car Keeper's clamshell case to deliver the ultimate collector and racing fan experience. This is a must-have for any Formula One fan, or of course, a Hot Wheels collector. Be sure to grab yours before they're gone. And stay tuned to all Hot Wheels social channels for the next Formula One Hot Wheels drop. This is the story of a passionate Italian car enthusiast living near Monza. Their latest creation is this 1976 Lancia Beta HPE rebuilt from the ground up. This car is powered by a whopping 1.6-liter Lancia Delta HF turbo engine modified for injection with custom parts like an oversized Garrett T4 turbine. It puts out around 300 horsepower, all managed by a custom ECU. The air ride suspension and camber adjustable setup allow for full control over fitment, and the brakes are entirely reworked with a hydraulic handbrake. With minimal interior design and a raw race exterior, the car merges Italian flair with Japanese influence. The custom wheels, patina, and an exposed oil radiator complete the aggressive look.
I love the wheels, I love the design, I love the patina. I think it would make for a good Hot Wheels. As a real car, I'm in. I mean, I would drive that, I would drift it, do burnouts in it. That just looks like so much fun to drive.
I'm a sucker for like a rat rod. I love the patina, it's all rusted out. The deco would look cool. Like, you know, we've seen some of those in Hot Wheels.
We've done some great patina. I love this car too. I mean, and the whole JDM influence, it's a cool blending of two worlds, you know?
This looks like a functional beat the crap out of it race car, put it away wet. I think the wheels need to be more distressed. The wheels throw anybody else off, or is that just me?
Okay. You know who I think likes it, Dalal?
I do like it.
I knew you'd like it.
And I especially like the wheels. I understand. There is a part of me that's like, I don't know when to stop. So if I'm gonna do the nice wheels, I feel like I would also fix up the body a little bit, but I do love the patina. So it is a question of like, where did they kind of cut some corners?
It's a juxtaposition that you need to show up that rust and to say that
it shows that it's intentional to be rat rod.
This isn't rusty because I can't afford it.
That's what bothers me. I like a real rat rod, not I'm a rich guy, I'm gonna build something that looks like a rat rod.
It's kind of like a rat rod, right? It took 50 years, I'm assuming almost 50 years, for the patina to look this way. I feel like that's the style. Have premium, super nice wheels that potentially could be worth 2-3 times the price of the car.
Yeah.
But like, you can't recreate this patina if you tried, I feel like.
I'm sure it's really sick to drive. So I can't like hate on it on that aspect, but I think to like shrink it down, like it just wouldn't personally pop out to me.
This doesn't have the wow factor the other ones have. Like, this is a cool build.
Yeah.
I would definitely stop and film it in a car show, and I would love to have it, but this is no Hot Wheels, in my opinion. I'm so sorry.
Well, what I was gonna say, and the Italians use this term as sprezzatura.
Oh my gosh, this guy, man of so many cheese.
Okay, you know several languages.
Yeah, we get it,
Charlie.
I'm Mr. Worldwide. Anyway, so with sprezzatura, it means like being cool without trying too hard. And so this car kind of has that. And it could be like you have a well-fitted suit, right? But you probably have that duffel bag, weekender bag that has patina from so many years. So I do really appreciate how it's all put together, and I can kind of see that, especially since it is an Italian car. The one thing I will say, and I think everyone's been talking about it as a Hot Wheels shrunken down, is there enough to really make it different from anything else we've seen?
You've heard from all y'all. Put pen to tablet. I don't know. Instead of pen to paper. On 1 to 10, where does the Italian representative land the Lancia? Ford Trust got the win here at the Hot Wheels headquarters. Scott Robertson, the 1934 Ford, that's been 9 years in the making. And if you look at this thing, it blends classic hot rodding with cutting edge design. This one-of-a-kind build is a mashup of repurposed aerospace parts and custom water jet cut aluminum components, giving it a futuristic yet rugged look. The bed frame, hood, and grille insert were all fabricated from scratch, creating a cohesive design that's both innovative and true to its hot rod roots. It's powered by a 6.2-liter LS3 E-Rod crate motor, producing 430 horsepower and 420 foot-pounds of torque. Its interior features repurposed Italian office chairs and a 47 Plymouth steering wheel. And what's really cool, a unique airplane brake caliper. The suspension, it's a solid axle setup with coilovers and custom wheels. The Ford Trust is loaded with details, best appreciated in person, making it an unforgettable build.
It's really cool how the design of the chairs, the aerospace parts actually all fit together very cohesively. So that is really impressive.
It looks like a Hot Wheels.
My only concern is once it's scaled down, can we get some of those details in there, right?
I don't know, you work there, dude, tell me.
I'm just putting it up there.
Do my job, he's
Yeah,
saying.
Dude, yeah.
Come on, Jarod.
Jay.
Well, if this was 1968 and we were doing the very first Hot Wheel, this would be one of those, because this is exactly what a hot rod is supposed to be. You keep the essence of it and you minimalize it to get more speed. You drill holes in everything, like the grill. You cut away all the metal from the bed, all the kind of stuff to go fast. No fenders, none of that. If you were born in the 50s or even in the 40s, this is what a hot rod would have been in the 60s or 70s. So to me, I think it's true to that spirit, and I think that makes it a Hot Wheel car. I like the gray color. I like the fact that it's purpose-built to be an old car that goes fast.
There's a lot of different pieces to it, but they all kind of blend together really seamlessly. So I think it's fun.
It is a truck, it is gray, but I like that you can see the engine, and it has just so much more character.
Yeah.
It feels very like old school Hot Wheels, right? Even though like I can see all the details and it's very fresh and new and different. But I think when you shrink it down to our scale, 1/64th, a lot of that's gonna get lost, like Charlie said. And so then is it gonna just read like another hot rod pickup? That's my concern.
Dalal, back to you.
I agree, the silhouette is something that we have seen before, and when I originally saw it, I was like, I'm not gonna like this very much. But as we start seeing all of these really cool details, I really began being sold on it. I love the mix of automotive and aerospace. The seats are super cool. There's so many details that feel so high tech, like they might have been 3D printed or something. So I'm really into this.
You can just tell that it's been designed before it's been built. He's really considered every part of this, you know, every angle is cut at that right angle.
Yeah.
Every part that he's repurposed, redesigned and put in place in a way that he's thinking about it.
This is what I love about cars and car culture today. When you think about somebody building a 34 Ford, it's been done. You know, you think you've seen it all, but then you see something like this that's so unique. I mean, I've been photographing cars for 21 years now. I've never seen anything like this. There's gonna be fans of this vehicle and they're gonna want to get it on the peg, you know?
Yeah.
And then he's got a bunch of useless switches hidden all over the thing. The closer you get to this, the more you discover. But there's one switch and I think it's either good or more. And they're your choices.
He had this whole like Rube Goldberg kind of like contraption for the handbrake. Like,
oh, really?
And it was actually like, a bunch of things happen, but it actually just pushes a button.
Juca.
I love it. It's a car that if you see on the streets, you would definitely go, wow, what is this? And sometimes cars this crazy are not done as well. And this is executed perfectly for what it seems like. And you can tell he actually thought of everything. Everything matches the concept. And I love that.
Let's keep moving here. Again, winner El Segundo, just so write down your numbers. And right before we move on to the final car, let's hear from Forrest and Ryan.
I literally have some of my favorite cars in my hand. Hey, I'm Forrest Jones, and I get to talk about cars for a living. What drives me is authenticity. I love Japanese designs from GTRs to Supras because they didn't follow what other manufacturers did. I love the smooth body lines, but yet they still looked aggressive. Check out this Pandem RX-7. This body kit is iconic, and Hot Wheels' version of it is spot on. Everything from the duckbill spoiler, the wheels, the over fenders, the roll cage inside, the lights in the front. Hot Wheels made this diecast just as authentic as the original, and that's what makes them legendary.
My goal? To show you something you haven't seen before. Hey, I'm Ryan Turk. I'm a pro drifter and car builder. What drives me is creativity. Whether on the road, on the track, or building a car. What really inspired me about the Hot Wheels as a kid is just how unique they were, what the bodies looked like. Seeing those crazy big superchargers coming out of the hood. The Hot Wheels were something creative that showed you that anything is possible. I didn't know my cars would become legendary.
You know, I think we all have different inspiration, but I think what it really comes down to, you gotta be passionate about something.
We're all passionate about cars and about being creative and creating amazing stuff.
Jay, I mean, you know, here you are, a comedian, late night talk show host, car collector, all these things. You know, you're still working. You're one of the busiest stand-ups out there still, man.
Well, I don't have any vision. That's why I wear glasses. I'm a huge believer in low self-esteem. You know, it's the key to success. So I like to listen to other people smarter than me, and then I hear what they have to say, and it makes me look smarter than I am. Like, I respect the designer, so when I give an opinion, I don't expect them to agree with me. If they do, I feel smarter, but I like to understand the reasons why they're like it. I like your explanations for a few of them, why you didn't like the wheels, why you did like the wheels. Being around creative people just makes you more creative. It makes you appreciate it, and it's fun.
We're going to Germany with Benjamin Flug's 1987 Porsche 944. At just 25, they turned a lifelong passion into something remarkable. Their journey started all the way back in kindergarten, collecting Hot Wheels and dreaming up ways to modify them. Built entirely by themselves, using nothing but a small toolbox, a car jack, and some old tires for safety. No garage, no workshop, just pure determination. From their first full paint job with rattle cans to crafting a custom rear wing from metal. TA Techniques Air Ride custom suspension, air ride system, custom 18-inch OZ Cygnus wheels, the 3 spokes, and a fresh leather interior. Bottom line, the car drives, it's loud, it's basically a full-size toy.
Yeah, I love the color scheme. I love the fact that they built it in their garage. Yeah, I love it. I hate tri-spoke wheels. I hate them.
I don't like the number 3.
I've never liked them, but they work in this one.
Without professional tools too, they did it with just a toolbox and some jacks. Like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. The execution is just clean. The livery is so nice. It's pretty original, I feel like. I just think it's a clean build. It looks great.
This build is so mature, so resolved.
I admire the build, and I love that it's a young guy. It's got the garage spirit, all of that. It just doesn't seem like a Hot Wheel car. If you showed up at a Porsche meet with this, I think you'd be greeted by them. It's, oh, it's kind of interesting. Let's see what you did here. You know, but it just seems like this would be at the Porsche booth, not the Hot Wheel. Hot Wheel seems like it's just its own brand of unique people.
Fluffy, what do you think?
Not enough has been done to it for it to feel like it should be a Hot Wheels.
Got it.
It's very aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, I think it's a cool car. I don't think there's anything about it like necessarily like stands out, but I like it. Like, I think it's an attractive car. I think it would be fun to drive. I respect it.
It's just not enough. It's just not enough.
But I respect
it.
it.
Yes.
I respect it.
Right?
Exactly. I agree. Like, there just isn't enough of that crazy wow factor that we've seen from some of the other builds. But the fact that this builder has done it in their own garage with a set of tools, especially the paint scheme is very mature. It's very well done, very appropriate to Porsche itself. And like Juca says, the 3-wheel spoke actually works, you know? So as a build, something that I see or something that I would want to drive, I mean, this is pretty up there. But for a new Hot Wheels, maybe needs a little more.
And I love the playfulness of it because, you know, the name of the car is Downforce.
Yep.
And the stripe is interrupted and pushed down. I want that car, right? But is it enough, like these guys are saying, like, is it enough to be a winner? I don't know.
You guys have the fate in your hands. So without further ado, we have come to the end of the road, guys. It's been a great journey. They are tabulating the scores right now. So thank you so much.
And also, I cannot do what any of these people do. So I would be proud to own any one of those vehicles. Any criticism is me saying I can't do it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, maybe the other guy did a little bit better than me. But that's really what
and there can be only one, but even just being part of this 10 or being part of this journey, like, congratulations. Driven to be legendary. Thank you to our partners, Walmart and Mobil 1, for being along and supporting and being great partners. Representing Dubai was that awesome 2016 Volkswagen Beetle R-Line. Representing Germany, the 87 Porsche 944, a little retro flair. Houston, Mikey Brown, talk about passion, that 1957 BMW Isetta RV. From Chile, Cars and Coffee Chile. Phoenix, a little snub-nosed, kind of short bed, 1960 Chevy Apache. Dallas was the Time Fox, the 1988 Ford Mustang GT. Representing UK, the 1983 Classic Mini Bentley. In France, it was the 81 Drift DeLorean, very cool. El Segundo Hot Wheels backyard was the Ford Truss, the 1934 Ford truck. And finally, representing Italy, Francesco in the 1976 Lancia Beta HPE HF Turbo. I'm gonna put some pressure on you and twist the screws. What's Jay Leno's pick of these vehicles?
Well, my pick is the Bentley. Because it does everything it's supposed to do. It's a real car. And it gets used, it's driven all over Europe, so it isn't something that's put in a garage. And that would be the one car that you could really do anything with and have a lot of fun with.
I could see your hair just flowing in the wind, got the we see you, all your crazy Duesenbergs and...
I think the Bentley Drivers Club would welcome that guy as an honorary.
That would be awesome.
Because that's what they do. Bentley drivers drive those antique cars all over the world. And that's what I like. It's a car first. It just happens to be creative and smart and fun.
Well, I think it's a great car, Jay. I would own it, again, you and me. Now we are tabulating the scores to find out who will be immortalized as a Hot Wheels diecast and be our Hot Wheels Legends 2024 winner. You know what, let's take a little time here to recognize the fan favorites from all over the world. These builds really captured the hearts and imaginations of fans across the globe, and we're thrilled to honor them. I mean, you voted, you have the power, so thank you for participating. I mean, these are the best cars in the region. Let's give a big round of applause to our regional fan favorite winners. Latin America, Europe and Middle East, and North America. Congratulations to all of our fan favorites, and thank you to everyone who voted. These cars are a true testament to the passion and creativity of the Hot Wheels community. So are you ready to find out who the winner is, Jay?
Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. Come on.
Boy.
Get
Here
up,
we go.
buddy. There we go.
Oh, boy.
Fluffy, I got you. Okay, here we go. Who is our 2024 Hot Wheels Legends winner?
All right, our winner this year for the 2024 Hot Wheels Legends Tour is Chile.
I love it's international. It's got the garage spirit, authenticity, creativity, very unique. This looks nothing like the OG Falcon that it started as.
The garage spirit really put it over the top.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun car to create and to deco with all kinds of race liveries.
Orange track. It's going to be great with a set.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. This was a sick car. Definitely up there for me with one of my favorites. It's going to be really cool to see in a little toy version.
It was a pleasure being here, and congrats to Chile, and it was a pleasure being judged with all of you guys.
I think we're going to have some fun with this one in the future.
I'm super excited to see this materialize as a Hot Wheels. I'll definitely be getting one.
I wish I could drive it.
And this was in my meeting calendar, so I'm glad I showed up.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations to our winner, the Chile Cars and Coffee Ford Falcon. Again, joining the Hot Wheels Garage of Legends. It is truly legendary. Thank you guys, gals, Brian, Fluffy, Tony, everybody. Thank you so much. And thank you. And of course, thank you to our partners, Walmart and Mobil 1. We'll see you online or we'll see you another time. Send it.